Item 5, request board approval to schedule and advertise a public hearing to consider adopting an ordinance establishing the tourist development plan.
I asked to have this item pulled. I'd like to see, after talking with staff, I think it's important that we should have a workshop on this.
Second.
Move to schedule and advertise a public hearing to consider adopting an ordinance setting forth the updated tourist development plan with a workshop prior to the public hearing. Looking at the
And to give the board additional background on the details of the plan, because there's a lot of work that's gone into it, and the plan that goes into your ordinance is by design very high level, so that you have flexibility.
We could
My
try.
suggestion, I was saying, was couldn't they just present the plan at the public hearing? But I guess you want to iron out any issues.
Like tonight, for
If
instance,
there are going to be any
if there's going to be any issues, we could have it all worked out beforehand versus like tonight when we looked at our maps. And we had a workshop, we could have discussed all those concerns, maybe found really nice maps that everybody liked for our redistricting. So this would allow us for on Thursday to have the workshop so we could make sure that everybody's on board and that there's not going to be any other unforeseen problems. I'm just trying to give y'all more information. If y'all don't want more information, I'm okay.
You're okay.
I'm okay. I know what the TDC is doing.
Be able to knock out a presentation in an hour and a half, I think.
Whose idea was this? Yours? I mean, I don't need it.
I don't need it.
I don't need any more information,
I
but
don't
Pam,
need it.
you want
don't
to?
need it.
Pam, we may already have this settled. You may just want to wait. Can I make a motion?
No, because there's
we
one.
got 'em floating around here on the floor now.
Well, I mean, the 14th is really soon, really.
Let's see if
I've
we
laid
have.
out the plan, and I've laid out the plan. What this will be is more education on not just the plan, but why the plan. Why is this the way that we feel like we need to spend our TDC money? But I want time to properly prepare for something like that. And I also don't want to put off the ordinance, so
Another option. So
I don't think my position's going to change. I think maybe we should just go ahead and vote on it. A workshop's not going to change the way I feel about it.
Okay.
Okay, then maybe I need to talk a little bit about why I wanted a workshop. And,
But you wanted to workshop.
well, I seconded it.
ordinance that we're talking about advertising just lays out the high level. So unless you really feel like those major goals that we've set need to be changed, tweaking objectives and tasks, we can do without doing it
Gotcha.
through an
So your
ordinance.
major objective may be promote fishing, whereas your sub things are do this boat ramp, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even more broad, it
More
may
broad
be
than that.
promote recreation and nature and heritage-based tourism, and then, and just to reiterate, there's a plan. There's always been a plan. It hasn't, we've been working with a plan. It's goals, we have objectives, we have tasks, we have deadlines, we have it all. So that's what I was prepared to do at a public hearing, is take these broad goals that are in the ordinance and then show you the more specific tasks and the things that apply underneath, each one. I guess Heather can answer better, but my understanding is that you're adopting the ordinance that sets forth the major goals of the plan. But that doesn't mean that we can't change pieces of the plan without changing the ordinance. We just can't change those big major goals.
It sets out as far as a plan is major goals and percentages of funding, so.
And I'm not
25%
comfortable with
will go to
those,
X.
so. Well, and one of the major omissions I see is evaluation. I don't see evaluation anywhere in there, and I've heard that need a lot so that you can make informed decisions about the return on your investment. I think there needs to be an evaluation plan and not just tracking the tourist dollars. And yet and I see that as a category that's separate from those other 4 categories. So that's one reason. And the distinction between the second and third are kind of vague to me. The first and the second, I think, are a little vague. And I have some concerns when 75% is in one category, but maybe that makes sense, I don't know. So, yeah, I do want to discuss the ordinance, so when Alan proposed a workshop, there are a few other things I wanted to discuss too, but this board doesn't seem very eager to have a workshop, so I don't know what the other options are.
Then can I just request, though, that you allow us to go ahead and advertise so that in case we don't have any big major change, that ordinance can go through? I mean, we'll re-advertise if we have to, but we may not have to. But I also want the time, if I'm going to do a workshop, I want time to prepare for it well. So that's why I'm asking not for the November 14th, but
Another, then I switched to the 28th.
We'll just give you in order to be heard on December 5th, the last day this ordinance can be advertised and meet the state requirement is November 24th.
So,
Can everybody else make it 4 on the 21st? I hate to say this. Jerry?
It seems like I can.
Mike, is that all right with you? No offense. We'll just have it on the same day. You just won't be here.
I'll try to be here. That works.
okay. So 4 o'clock on the 21st?
okay.
Okay. That's all. It'll be it'll be capped to, it'll be short. That's the problem with that, because our meeting's gonna start at 5 o'clock, so we'll probably need to be done by
Well, then,
4:45.
Then I need to ask, like, for some specific question. I mean, like, I can provide you the plan document, but again,
I think each
that's not
commissioner needs
news.
to, what I suggest each commissioner get with you between,
Yeah, I would really appreciate that. I need to know what are the questions that I need to be addressing,
that's
or
fine.
concerns, or,
Okay.
whatever.
All right, so we have a motion and a second to set a workshop 4 PM on 21st of December,
December or November?
November.
Thank
you. Any more discussion?
So isn't it to approve the schedule and advertise the public hearing?
Yes,
And set a workshop.
yes,
Instead of work?
Okay.
yes.
And set a workshop, okay.
Hopefully the workshop.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, just one more thing. If you already know what your concerns and questions are, if you could go ahead and give those to me, because I can discuss them with the TDC on Thursday. That's our next TDC meeting, so I think it would be really good for them to understand, too, what the concerns are, so that they can address them, because they are the council.
Or maybe go to the TDC meeting.
Then we can't,
The-
everybody
well,
can't
You
go.
only have one
Yeah,
commissioner.
you can, they're publicly advertised. I mean, I think you can. You might not, I don't know.
Saying it-
That's not my
Sounds like
call.
Ms. Hart had probably most of the concerns that, all volunteer not to go. If you want
Well, I'm supposed
The
to attend.
representative.
to. Oh, I forgot that.
He's on the council.
For quorum purposes, it's probably best if I'm there.
Yes.
I mean, you can certainly attend the meetings. I mean, what you need to avoid is discussion about matters that could come before this board, which is probably
Which this would
not a
be.
lot. I mean, it's just the plan, but not the details of, I don't know what you guys are talking about in your meeting, so it's hard to.
It's, well, I mean,
I'll try
if
and meet
because
with
of
you
this,
before
one of the items we'll be
Thursday.
discussing is, what are the concerns and what's our, what's our response to that, so.
Back to what I said, just get with her separately and tell her what your concerns are, so she can have them sorted out and be ready to answer them. That's not too hard. Okay. Okay. Any more discussion? All for the motion?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.